Okay, back at it. It's been over a week, but you know, as you've seen in the last video, I chewed the fuck out the end of my finger, and it's still sore, still tender, but I'm going to see how I go. First of all, though, I mean, this is, you know, I mean, I've commented many times about what a messy fuck I am. Look at this shit. Seriously, I'm going to clean this up first, then I'm going to commence sanding everything again. So I'm going to hit it now. I've done it all with the 40. I'm going to go over it now with the 240 I think I've got there. And I might use my little round random orbit sander. And I've got some smoother stuff there, so I might give it a final hit with that. Because I don't know whether 240 should bring it down alright, but you can get it a little bit smoother by using something a little bit finer. So, but I'm going to clean up here first, because seriously, you just trip over shit, and it annoys me when it gets like this, but then I'm the one that makes the fucking mess, so you know. Get what you deserve. I'll bring you back soon. Right, a bit of a clean up, a bit tidier. Leaving half throughout the floor. But I've got some 80. This did 40, did 80. Good thing with this, I see that punch the holes, I've got that little thing. And they get rid of the dust really, really well. Like when I was sanding it the other day for 40, I had to empty that bag twice. You can see the dust coming out of where the zip's not closed properly. So it works really well. So I'm going to just give the top here a hit. Then I'm going to do all the drawers, and then I'll lift this back up onto here and sand all around the sides and the bottom. Yeah, I might do the 80 first and then do the 240 on the whole lot before I lift this up, because that'll save me having to lift it up and down all the time. So I'll do that. I'll bring you back when I've got a bit of progress. Just have a look and see what's going on. Right, well, I've done these, but so far I've done them 80 and then 240, but I'm going to have to get the orbital to it. I don't know if you can see that. You can still see scratches in it. Lots of scratches, so I'm going to get the orbital onto it once I've got done. But after watching videos, you said they always put these pencil marks on. That's so you know that you've sanded it all evenly to get it all off. So once all those pencil marks are gone, you know you've got it sanded evenly. So I'm going to continue to do that with the 240. Then I'll do that, and then I'll get my little orbital out and get some stuff and see. I think the orbital might get those scratches, the random orbital I should say, because this is an orbital sand, but you can see that I can even see the marks in that. And I guess that's from using 40 grit, and I didn't have anything. You need to step it up, you know, 40, 80, 120, 240, but I don't have it, so I did 40, 80. I got 120 in the random orbital, so I can use that and then give another hit with the 240. So we'll just continue on. It's going to take a while. I mean, it's not a rush thing, so if it takes me the rest of the day just to sand this stuff, then that's fine, and then I'll stain it tomorrow. Stay tuned. Righto, pretty much done with these. It looks pretty good. Just hoping once I stain them they come good. But they're all done. That's done from 60. I've got this sander out. This one's fucking heaps better than that other piece of shit. I'm doing it with 60, 100, 120 and then 240. And hitting it with the pencil to make sure I get it all. So now I'm going to fuck this shit off and put that one up and start on it. See how we go. They're starting to come up pretty good actually. Even some of the marks I didn't think I could get out, but they've come out. So some of them are in deep, some of them are stains like that one. It's a stain, so it's going to be too hard to get that out. But the stain I bought for it, which is here. This shit's fucking expensive too. You got walnut, and it's a satin finish. I didn't want to get gloss. Gloss shows up the faults too much, unless it's perfect, and it's far from it. Keeping in mind I'm far from a woodworker, I wouldn't make a woodworker's arsehole, so first time doing one of these, so let's see how we go. I think they're coming up quite good, and this top is not too bad, but there's a lot of marks on that too that are hard to get out. So we go when I sand that bottom bit. I'm reluctant to use that fucking orbital sander. I'll just use the random, because once you use that orbital sander, it's really hard to get the fucking the scratch marks out of it. So, well, I've already done the bottom half with 40 grit on the orbital, but I should be able to get it right with that one. I'll start with 60 grit on that one and go over the whole thing and then go up from there. See how we go, eh? I'll bring you back when I've got something done. Alright, I've finished sanding. I've gone over this several times. There's still a couple of marks, but I think with this stain, I've just started a little bit here. I was a bit worried at first, but after a little while the brush marks go away. So I'm hoping, because like I said, that little tin was fucking expensive, so I'm going to give this a coat, then do the drawers, and then lift it down and do the top. Yeah, I think that might come up pretty good. And you won't see quite so many of the faults in it, because it's like a darker thing. I didn't even know what fucking colour walnut is, to be honest with you. So I think that's going to look good. It sanded up quite nice. It looks alright. There's a few marks I know where they are. You probably won't see them. But this side in particular, but most of them are down towards the bottom. I don't know if you can see, there's one right across there. That won't come out. I can't get that out unless I spend an hour on it with fucking really coarse paper and then bring it up. But lesson learned: don't sand your finished timber with an orbital sander. Use a random sander like that one, not like that one. That one just fucked it up. And it's probably taken me twice as long to sand as I needed to, so, but there it is. So I'm going to keep going and I'll bring you back when I've got the first coat done. Okay, there we go. First coat done. It's on camera, it's going to look bloody awesome, but up close, I mean, it's still not dry either, so, but I haven't got a whole lot left, but I'm hoping that once it's dry, I want to recoat the top and the fronts of the drawers. The sides I might be able to sort of give it with another coat. Just depends. It should go further next time, but I've got, well, probably not quite a third of the can there, so we'll see how we go. If I have to go and buy more, then I'll have to go and buy more. Easy fixed. It's coming up not too bad. I didn't write too much about the inside because you're not going to fucking see that. The only thing I might do is I've got some white paint. I think I've got some inside somewhere. I'll mask those drawers up and paint the outsides of them white before I put them back in. Probably should have done that before I painted the fronts, but anyway. So when you pull them out, you know, obviously you're going to see them. So. Okay, back at it again today. I didn't do a whole lot yesterday, but I did come out and give that a quick sand and give it another coat. And I'm just about out, but I think that's going to look alright, because ultimately it's just going out into storage and my daughter's going to use it when she moves out. So I'm going to fit the drawers today. Probably sand a little bit off that. Once I get it finished, then I might paint the sides of the drawers. It's only so when you pull it out, it looks alright, but I don't know yet. I'll see how I go. See how I go for motivation. But I'm going to fit those drawers. Probably just have to get something and sand it down so it's flat with that. And I've got to put the stops in. So I'll find something, use a bit of the old material that I've pulled out of it and make some stops for it. And then work out how high I need to make them. So we'll do that, we'll get into that shortly. But this will be finished today, one way or another. So I'll get it out of here, get this place cleaned up and get all the sawdust vacuumed out of the place. And then move on to my greenhouse up the back. I want to get it started and finished because I've got stuff to make. I've got a couple of more lamps to make. So I'm going to work out whether I want to build the 2 that I've already got buyers for, or make 3 and put another one on the market. So we'll soon see. Work out how we go motivation wise. So stay tuned. Okay, I know I've moved everything, put this back up here. I've made all the little bits. These are my stoppers. It's the stuff that I made the runners on the bottom of the drawers, but I've made them a little bit thinner so that they'll clear. And I've marked everything, so that's where they're going to go, like that. And that measurement, that's 20 mil. That's the thickness of the face of the drawers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you somewhere out of the way, and I'm going to start fitting all these. Might do one, just do this bottom one. Let's try the drawer in case I've got to pull those out and do it again. So because I have fluffed things up easier than that before. So stay tuned, and I'll bring you back in a second. I'll get my nail gun back out, my frame nail or whatever the fuck you call it, Brad nail gun, and I'll bring you back. Alrighty, now let's see if we can do this, eh? This glue, for some reason, is so fucking thick. I have to put a couple of drops of water in it. Doesn't need much. Now, see if I can do this without nailing my finger to it. Whoops. Let's try one. I haven't trimmed the bottom of this drawer yet either. Which I need to do. See that? I think that's rocking on the bottom, but that's good. That's as far as we need it. I may have to just take a little bit off the bottom and get it level. So I don't know if you can see that. That's be rocking on that part there. but the distances are good, so I'll finish nailing all these in and then we'll do something about the drawers. Thing I can see it. I'll have to use something else. This one's a bit hard. Like that. Fuck. Need a bigger bench, eh? That's not going to do the job. It's actually quite fucking annoying. Can't use a plane because for two reasons I don't have one. And secondly, there's nails in this fucking thing. I've used me flat oil, but that doesn't get it real flat either. Let's just take some off. Just let me leave you in the dark for a sec and I'll put it in and see. I'll do the rest. I'll fuck with the others and I'll bring you back shortly, just once I work out how I'm going to do it. I might use the flat oil on the battery grinder, or I have a better idea. Hang on. Alright, I'll use this. That works a little bit better. I've got a bit more control over it and I can hold the drawer down. I've already done one. Cough, cough, cough. So you should probably wear a dust mask out here. All this sawdust, but yeah. Like I said, out here we choke and die like real men. Now, let's see how we go. Oh, look at that, hey? How good is that? Might do the little drawers now and put them in after I take these out, of course, because if I don't take these out I'll never get the fucking things out. Put the handles back on, so when I'm ready to polish the handles I'll bring you back. Alright, problem solved. I started to do one on the Y wheel, it made no fucking difference. But have a look at that. They've only been in there for a couple of minutes. I just put them in and went in to get the camera. They're coming up nice already. There's a bit of water, about 2/3 water, 1/3 hydrochloric acid. I know it's nasty shit, but that's all we had when we had the pool and it never got used. I've used that more for cleaning engine blocks than I have when we had the pool. So they're coming up nice. I'm just going to leave them in there for 15-20 minutes or so and then rinse them out, give them a polish. So a couple of those that look a little bit tarnished. It's sort of taking a little while to come clean, but Or maybe it's taken the top coat off. And it's only fucking, it should be brass, it should be cast brass, but, well, not cast so much, more pressed, but should be brass. Those bottom ones are coming up nice. As I said, they were the first two I put in, so here we go, eh? We'll come back soon and have a look. Okay, well I've finished cleaning these, but they've all come up like with a coppery hue. I'm guessing the brass finish is just like electroplating. Wouldn't mind betting that's what it is actually, but that's alright, they don't look too bad. So what I've done is I've got all of the screws, because they're all brass screws, and cleaned the heads on the wire wheel. Toothpicks. You may be wondering why. Some of the holes, when I was taking the screws out, some of the holes were a bit worn. And I had trouble, the screws actually wouldn't screw out because they were too loose in the hole. So what I'm going to do is, as I put them in, I'm going to break a toothpick off in each hole and then jam the fucking screw in there. Maybe put a little dob of, tiny little dob of fucking glue and then screw it in. Saves the, because once you pull them out and put them back in a couple of times, it's, you know, you're likely to open the drawers and pull the handle straight off the fucking thing. So, so I'm going to start pulling it. I actually just got a bit of wax. I went inside and scored this from my 40th. That's a fucking long time ago too, let me tell you. So I'm just going to go along. If I have to, I might get the torch and just heat it up and rub it. But I can feel the wax on there. And then when I put the drawers in, I'll do the same on the runners. I'll give them a rub with it. So they put me 40th birthday candle to some good use. Good thing the wife doesn't throw anything out. So there we go. I'm going to just do one drawer, see how I fare, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, I've done those top two. Got a bit of wax everywhere. I haven't cleaned it all off, so don't have all the dust and everything, but you pull them, it's a little bit sticky, but I just need to probably go over a few more bits with wax. See, that one's beautiful. This one's still a little sticky. So I'm going to do these. I have a problem because I thought, you know, like some of them I had to put a toothpick in that one. The rest of them were okay. This one I didn't touch, but when I screwed in, that screw I'm pretty sure is broken. So fuck knows how I'm going to get that out. So what I'm doing now is I've got a little drill bit. Let me bring you over. And these holes, these 4 holes here, which ones are they? Hang on, let me get a handle, because there's that many holes. It's had that many different bloody handles on it. It goes like that. So that's those two there, and those 2 outside ones. So I just run this drill into it, just to make sure that the screws go all the way down. And that drill's way smaller than it needs to be for those screws, so it just helps a little bit, stops them grabbing. And let me put you in the stand so you can see what the fuck's going on here. Look at that, look. This glue, this is the other one I've got. Yeah, the other one's like thick and snotty. This thing is just like water. You be really, really careful because I only want to drop. Look at that. It's watery as hell. And I haven't touched that. I haven't put any water in it. Oh, there it is. No, there it is, right there. So instead of putting the toothpick in first, I'm screwing them in because I can feel how loose they are. So that one's going in quite nicely, and it's got a little bit of resistance. So it's going to get in nice and tight without over tightening it. That other one that I broke, it got tight, and I sort of leaning on pretty hard to try and just screw it in that last little bit. And all of a sudden it got real easy and it was spinning, so I didn't want to fuck with it too much, so I left it. See if I get some more screws. I'll get some more brass countersunk screws. I might even replace the whole lot. I'm going to put 1 or 2 new ones in, might as well put all new ones. Not that it's going to cost much, but let's go and get a nice cut one. And these screws, it looks like they've been in and out a few times as well, so they're not really 100%. In and out like a wedding night groom. Oh, that's nice. That's nice and smooth. So first, I only got one to do. So I'll get you out of the road. You don't need to see that. It's exactly the same. And then I'll blow this off. Get it down, and I might carry it into the back patio. And well, I'll do another video once I lift it down, and then I'm going to take it to the back patio. So I'll get a thumbnail photo for when this video goes up later today, which it will. So yeah, it's coming up nice. Stay tuned. Right, that's the job done and dusted. I've re-waxed these top drawers so they go a little bit easier now. Once things wear in, they'll slide much better anyway, but could be in storage for fuck knows how long because my daughter's going to use it, so I don't think it's good enough to sell. I don't think I've done a good enough job really, but it doesn't look too bad. What I'd change about it, stain first and then spray lacquer it. Because in parts you can see the brush marks, it's just a pain in the ass. But I mean, when you look at the picture, which I will post, what it was before, the drawers were collapsed. Where's my rags, dust and shit everywhere on it. The drawers were collapsed inside. The runners were all fucked, every single one of them just about. Bottom of the drawers were all fucked. So, you know, it's not too bad. I mean, and again, you can see where I've patched up where the runners go, where it was worn out, but it doesn't look too bad. I mean, you can see it if you know what to look for, but these, in the corners, I mean, there's a bit of wax on that basket. But they were rooted, and you know, I suppose a proper woodworker would have found something that was pretty close to the same grain or colour or whatever, and then done it with that. But you know, woodwork was very average for me at school. You know, I'm a metal worker. I always have been. This is the first time I've ever attempted anything like this. So you know, I haven't made a couple of wooden things. Well, actually, I've only ever made one wooden thing. It was a table for my daughter. I'll see if I can find a photo of it and post it. I have got a photo on my phone. But that was, that was a little rough as well, But I think I've done reasonably well considering. I've got no experience doing this, so other than watching some YouTube videos. But those guys on there have got all the good gear, they've got all the good shit. Me, I've, like I said, mostly metalworking tools. I've got a couple of sanders, I've got a circular saw. That's about it. And a little. But anyway, thanks for hanging around with the journey. Next one, I'm going to start making 2 lamps. So once I've done my greenhouse, which is outside, I'll do a video. I'll be doing a video on that too. So once I've built my greenhouse and got all my chilies in, then I'm going to come out and start doing stuff out here for orders. So stay tuned, stay safe, peace.